my project was about drug abuse and how we should get the drug addicts into rehabs instead of jails, because some drug addicts going into jail for a lot of time, but the criminals is still out on the streets, and when they do get them, they only get a little bit of time. So I think they should put them into rehab instead of jails.
My problem was the problem that I researched was school to prison pipeline, and I looked to see how we could keep students in school and keep them busy and off of the streets, because most of the time students, they want money and they need to work. So if we are able to have a program that gives youth jobs and keeps them off of the streets, then most likely we can keep, it could drop or lower the incarceration rate of young people.
The problem I researched was drugs, and what I came up was creating like public programs to keep the young people who do get caught doing drugs out the streets. So the next time they think about doing drugs, they'll say no, and it'll all be affected by the program.
Alright, and my problem that I researched was also drugs and how we can fix, get people to stop using them, and instead of putting them in jail, basically put them in a program so they get well enough to get their head together and notice that drugs is killing them and find a reason to stop. And that's it.
Now I'm gonna open it up to questions.
Anybody have any questions?
Can you explain a little bit more about mass incarceration?
I'm pretty sure Vernon already explained what mass incarceration was, but I'm gonna rephrase it. Mass incarceration is it has something to do with people being locked up,
Or too many people.
yeah, too many people being locked up for what they're doing, and going back for the same things.
Same stupid things.
Anybody else got any questions?
No.
Desmond,
Alright, so y'all just now you said you need to work on putting people in.
Question?
Don't you know how you said to work on putting them in rehab instead of jail? Is there like any I don't know how to ask. Is there
He basically trying to say, is there any programs for it?
is like is it
The
enough
Narcotics Anonymous.
rehabilitation centers throughout the city for them to be
It's
available?
it's one on
Yeah.
well, you asked me where they at.
No, I'm saying is it enough throughout the city?
Yeah.
Because it's addicts everywhere in the city.
To answer your question, they're starting new programs to help keep drug addicts instead of in jail, in rehabilitation centers. So yes, they're helping.
Yep.
Yep.
Come on.
You know how many drug addicts were back in when we were calling
It was one article I was reading, and I forgot his name. I know his last name was like Thomas or something, and he had got like 20 years just because he was a drug addict. But mind you, the criminal only had like 17 or like 10 or something like that.
So no, she does not know the number, but that was just one example.
Vernon, you're the moderator. You have to call on it.
Alright, Ben.
I have a question for you. For all the research, for all the programs that you find, which one did you find really interesting that would help you?
You told me. Oh, I ain't really looked into the programs. I just looked up like how many people got arrested. Well, not how many people got arrested, but like I looked up stories and stuff. But I ain't really looked into the program.
Yeah.
How long can addicts stay in how long can
It takes the 2 to 4 years.
they 2 to 3 years?
2 to 4.
have mentioned the school to prison pipeline, which is just kids getting in trouble in school, and that then contributes to increasing the chances that they might get in trouble as adults, or more serious than just like getting suspended at school, right? So what I'm curious about, as you guys being teenagers in this city and in this school, is what do you think that schools can do to prevent students from getting in trouble and like then going in? Like, so what can the school do better so that like, teachers aren't asking kids to leave the classroom and like things like that?
I believe we could have like more than one teacher, well, like a teacher's assistant to help de-escalate some of the issues, and not suspending students for every single thing. Like,
For example,
a bad attitude. Everybody has excuse me, I'm talking. Everybody has bad days, including teachers and students. So if one day a student does have a bad day and takes it out on the teacher, I don't believe that a student should be suspended for that action, because one, that's keeping them out of school, and yeah, they can get into more trouble outside of school for a stupid little altercation. That wasn't that serious.
What do you think of in-school suspension?
I think that's a better idea, because it's keeping them from, they're still in school, so, but they're just not with everybody. So I believe that's a better solution.
Because something like, my question, I'm like following up on my question. Like, you can't just say, as a teacher, I should be respected, right? Or as a human being, I should be respected. So if someone's disrespectful, something should happen, right? But maybe it shouldn't be. So what would be a good consequence of people who are like talking when the teacher's trying to give instruction? Like, what's a good consequence so that people don't do it again, but it doesn't put people in the system where they end up getting suspended?
I think that you should like give them breaks. Like, if you know the person and you know that he's going to argue, or he or she's going to argue, or have a big problem with you, just give them like breaks, to get their head ready for class.
Or again, like I said, have a teacher's assistant or somebody in the room to calm the person down, or talk to them, or something like that.
Or you can just have a better connection with the student. Like, if like y'all got off on the wrong foot, you can at least like talk about it. I mean, like, to build your relationship up, so you can end up being good students and teachers.
So maybe like, I really like that idea. Like, so giving teachers like more one-on-one time with kids so they can like get to know each other better, right? Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Any other questions?
No.
All right, good job, you guys.